Hello there, welcome back to the Aztecs. Last time, well, we declared a war on England, a war that hopefully will result in our victory, but once again, not really anything that really can be promised here. But we'll do our best, and hopefully we'll get the victory that we kind of require or need here to get ourselves well up and going after that horrendous loss against Castile. Really my bad, but if we do win against England here, we should. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, the French join in. And with that, we have a extreme advantage in both, well, just manpower really, because fleet-wise, I'm a little bit unsure if the French can handle the English fleet, but we'll figure it out soon enough. I'm also pretty sure that the English don't actually have any troops in this area, so that should be well, fine enough, or not a problem. But for now, we'll just allow sieges to commence, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll get, as I said, the victory that we kind of need here. So we'll see how it goes. As things stand now, we might have a small problem here. The English does have an army in the area, the English Royal Army. It's actually 28,000 men, which is basically half their complete force. And with that, I think we'll just have all our troops go in on location, and hopefully we can win this battle without losing too much. But we will lose a tremendous amount of manpower. And as you can see, we lost, what, 20,000 to death then. So we had 2-1 losses. And that is horrendously bad, let's just be honest. And with that, we might have a very severe problem here when it comes to fighting the English here. So I guess we'll just go ahead and seize that colony. And we'll also seize the one behind it, simply to stop them from actually colonizing anymore. It'll, of course, burn a little bit more of my my income once again, but we should have enough money to make it through. And also the colonies are currently under production, or currently being created, should potentially be done before too long, and that should be enough to help us out here. But I definitely need to, well, not go so very fast ahead, and try and keep my armies in one location here to try and beat that one. It will reinforce, and that is the worst part here. It will reinforce rather quickly, so we'll retreat and do the exact same thing, which is to reinforce. We'll siege this one because that's a war target, but we won't be doing anything else on that. We might have to recall all of these armies as well, but we'll wait and see for the time being, and just see how much the army will reinforce and how hard it will be to beat it once it comes back for a second attack. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea where the English army actually is right now, but we'll continue for the time being just carefully sieging, and I'll keep these 14,000 men up here because I think that should be enough to send them back home crying should they decide to march up there. But as things are now, we're currently in kind of a bad position. We have hurt our army quite a lot simply by the fact that we'll now take, or it'll be increasingly expensive, to be honest, here to simply keep the sieges up. So I guess we'll just aim at keeping one province out sieged, and then have backup in the form of well, troops. So we'll try and use this. Apparently we have a court embarrassment here, which of course doesn't actually go well. We have to pay 72 admin points to bring it back to 0. I do prefer to have it at 0, and apparently here I've already kind of marched into a minefield here. I'm pretty sure that should halt the... No, they're still attacking. So I'm a little bit unsure how this will actually work out. If we're lucky, this army will hit. Wow, they actually annihilated that army before anything happened, which is very, very weird and very, very scary. So if I'm to survive this, I guess we'll have to send these guys down to try and reinforce, and we should try also to retreat as soon as possible, I think, because I lost those many troops, and yeah, my stacks are just getting wiped right now. I have no idea why. England doesn't have better troops. I mean, that's the funniest part. Also, I have one higher tech than they have, 18. They don't have that great of a general, and even so, they are currently wiping my stacks, just purely wiping them. So with that with that problem, I guess we'll have to go and fetch the these 50,000 men and see if we can turn something around here, because right now things are not looking good. And I honestly do not understand how they actually wiped my armies here either. Probably due to a combination of their cannons and forces, but even so, it's quite scary, and it's quite unsettling, to be honest, that they were able to wipe my armies that easily. So what kind of ideas do the English actually have? Because that is definitely weird. They were attacking, they had negative modifiers. They have quality, they have completed the quality ideas, and they also have a couple of the offensive ones. So then I can understand that that general is probably 6 shock. So they basically screwed me over in the shock phase. And as such, destroying that army or fighting it, or simply, yeah, as I said, just fighting it, will turn into a close to impossible task. I seriously need to get my troops into play here. And I need to get them into play rather quickly. So I guess we'll have the army stand, or just wait there until we can fetch this one and thus start trying, I guess, fight the Englishmen. But for now, I can't really promise anything. This war can go both ways. As you can see, I've caught up in military tech, but I haven't actually caught up in ideas. And that is currently what's screwing me over. They have this entire tree, so basically that army, you might as well add about 2,400 troops at the very least, and they also have a discipline bonuses over me. I'm also pretty sure that the English ideas give something military wise. I'm a little bit unsure. The English ideas. Let's see here. Yeah, they have a 10 discipline there, so they do have 25 discipline, possibly 30 discipline on me to begin with here. So we are definitely kind of in trouble here, but hopefully we can fight them off with the help of the French. They are actually blockading England itself, should drive up their war exhaustion pretty high. So as long as we can actually just kick this armies behind, we should be safe and sound to actually keep on going. So for now, fetch that 15,000 man army, and then we'll try another attack with, well, try to take them on 2-1. But once again, it's kind of a bad bet to actually try to do that. So I guess we'll go ahead here and hire some mercs. And hopefully that'll be the thing that will give us the upper hand here. But once again, we do have a little bit too many colonies that are currently being done or currently under production, and that is hurting my economy as well. So for now, we'll simply have to allow them to siege, and we'll have to definitely just wait. There's no other way around this. We'll have to wait and try and build up to some extent a mercenary army to fight with. We'll see how it goes. We do have quite the amount of force now standing more or less right above them. So for now, let's see. These guys will hit on the 19th of March. These on the 16th. These guys will probably hit a little bit sooner. 15th. So we'll wait just there, and then we'll hit on the 18th. So basically, we'll have a lot of troops sitting in a very small window of time here. So let's see here. 20, 40. We'll have about 2-1 odds here. Potentially, we should have at least. So we'll see how this battle goes. Once again, we are getting slaughtered, or my troops are getting slaughtered, that is. But once again, it doesn't really make that much sense. Because, well, my army are about, if not as good, about as good as theirs. But for now, we'll aim at hunting down their army once and for all and destroying it. That is basically the goal right now, to destroy that annoying little army of theirs and just get it out of circulation once and for all. And we can hit it here pretty hard, potentially. So we'll meet it in Micmac and then go north into Casbah. But now we definitely have the advantage in numbers, and as such, it should be a definite victory here. I'll say my army, well, to some extent, simply take out the not the sieging squad, but the mercenaries. We'll split them up. We'll mostly use these guys for sieging due to the fact that we have sacrificed a huge amount of troops during these battles. So these guys will take on the duty of sieging most of the lands that we want to take here. And of course, I'll be using that other army too. I simply want to have it march out of their land, so to speak, so that it'll be easier to set it up. But for now, we basically have set ourselves on a winning path here, and I might actually have to consider lowering we might actually just lower the army maintenance, because I'm pretty sure that we won't actually fight any of the remaining English troops. There are definitely no real reason why we should end up with that. So for now, we'll just have to play the waiting game here. We'll be moving our troops back home, and then we will, well, set them out, or to some extent just place them out where they are needed. So let's do a little bit of a, well, split up army more or less. And let's see here. I'll take one army pretty much here to, let's see here, where do we need forces? We need some there, we need some there, we need some there, we need some there. I guess this is all actually sacrifice of my own manpower on the siege squad. I use this one to simply hunt down rebels and the like. But for now, we'll take that next level of admin tech, treasury office, and town hall. Once again, I won't actually take any lowering of the. Or I guess we'll actually go for the defensive ideas here. Next one, simply to boost our army even further because that's needed here. We'll probably not upgrade our military. We should probably take the level 19 guys, but after that, we'll just go for the ideas for a while. But for now, we'll just keep on here with the war against the English, and as you can see here, it's definitely a victory here. England is already ready to give up some provinces, so we'll take as much as we can without actually getting hurt. And a kind of a side note to this that I should have realized a little bit sooner: I shouldn't have used as much of my I shouldn't have taken as many of my how should I put this? I shouldn't have used my admin points on that idea, because I will be needing those admin points pretty much now straight away for the pure purpose of coring the. I have no idea if they'll actually act as colonies or not. We might as well just check that out straight away. No, I will get overextension, and that is what pisses me off here. These are English colonies. If I had my capital on, well, I would probably get some overextension when I think about it. So yeah, we'll probably take up to closer to 100% overextension. The only thing that we really have to fight then will be the English colonies or colonists. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. But once again, we have basically now secured our northern border, and we'll probably just take as many provinces as possible from the English now. So I'll just allow sieges to go on, and once this war is over, I'll get back to you. Military attack 19 has been reached for Gustavian infantry. Military attack plus 0.25. I can now use reformed Tertial, Gustavian, and Highlands infantry, and I can also build a war college. The war college will definitely be built here. As you can see, it gives me yellow armor tradition plus 0.5, and I can also have an extra leader that doesn't actually give any upkeep. Now the big question is, we are actually ahead in tech now, I guess, with everyone except the French. They actually are level 20, which is kind of scary, but we are with them, so I should be happy. Ottomans level 19, so all in all, we are actually on, or in to some extent, lead in military tech, and that is definitely great. Now we can start focusing on ideas, and as you can see, we'll most likely end up taking all of this area here in the peace deal, mostly. We are actually already at 100% war score, so or overextension, that is. So we might actually end up with a couple of years here where we will be hurting from that. But for now, we'll try and take as much as possible. Of course, it will be painful for a couple of years, but I'm pretty sure that colonies shouldn't actually take that long to core. So we'll try to take some of the coastal areas here, and we'll also burn the colonies that we find. I'm pretty sure, since I have actually sieged this or control over it, that England can't actually send any. Yeah, they're actually sending colonists. And that's something that pisses me off. I have control over their colony here. They shouldn't actually be able to send any colonists when I have complete control over their land. So this war will rage for 2 more years, purely because of the fact that I can't actually give up, because that means that the English will build a colony. I don't think they can core it though, or they probably can't. I have no idea. I will bet that they can't, but even so, I will simply destroy it to be on the safe side. And with that, we'll also do some more sieging and decide what we'll take once we are done with the war. So we'll see how it turns out. But for now, once again, I won't be creating any extra colonies for a while now, because as you can see, I'm down to 5 right now, and we are kind of in a little bit of money trouble. So while that happens, we'll also go ahead and continue dealing with, of course, all of the rebels. We'll not take anything that will cost diplomatic power, because as you could see here, it will cost a ton of diplomatic power to make even this peace deal here. And it will give him 143 overextension, but honestly, I'm not really taking that much land. And also, it's land that, well, are colonies. So I'm kind of not actually understanding how 10 provinces, they have 14% on average, but there are some here that gives far less, as you can see. So kind of weird, but I guess it's bound to their base tax. But even so, it's kind of a way to, I dare say that they're actually just inflicting a little bit of extra damage to people that are trying to do the Aztec achievement, because I don't get how it will actually get that much overextension from just being a small colony. Let's see how many people actually live here, if I could check that. I can't actually check that. That's EU3, I think. But even so, it's kind of weird, and it's to be honest, kind of annoying. So, but there's nothing to do with that. We'll have to do some conversions as well. So for the time being, I guess we'll go ahead and upgrade our infantry as well. I kind of forgot about that, but for now, we'll siege this one, and I guess that'll be the last province that we'll take in the peace deal here as well. But for now, upgrade troops, siege that, and kill off that that colony that's about to appear in 500. It's 500 days. There's no real problem with just ending the war right now, I think. The only positive thing about waiting is that I'll get full admin power. So I might actually wait just for that for the pure purpose of boosting my administrative power. So there's that's definitely a possible advantage here. So there's that to consider, as you might imagine. But for now, I guess we'll go ahead and destroy some of the mercenary units to save some money. I might actually keep the rest, or I guess all these are actually mercenary units, and I might actually keep them for the sole purpose of trying to keep my armies more or less well, functioning, as it were. But unfortunately, this is all we have time for this episode. We have won a war against England here, and I might actually just say this while I'm with it. The fact that this piece itself only cost 21 people, that is one province in Europe, but still gives over 100% overextension, is kind of a kick in the balls, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. If I were to take, I can't even take this area here without getting over 100% overextension. So my suggestion to this would basically be that you could release the modern day countries as basically vassals in the area as a way to sort that out. But that is just how I would, well, or my suggestions to how to solve it. I have no idea if that would actually work out as one might intend it to. But it should definitely be a choice, or even if you could be able to some extent just spur some extra rebels, but I don't see how this would actually work out. But for now, we'll just end it here. We'll continue the war against England next time, or we'll just finish it up. We'll wait for this colony here to be finished, and then we'll destroy it, make a peace deal, and that should be the end of it. I'm also a little bit, or we might actually just go ahead and make a peace deal now, because I'm a little bit unsure on if I take this, then I don't have the colonial range to reach that anymore, so he shouldn't be able to continue his travel. But of course, we'll do a rival selection here, set them as a rival. Apparently, the French have actually landed troops on their island here, which is also kind of interesting, because I think I can potentially then, no. I thought I could release a Irish miner, but of course that's not a possibility, or something that I can do. But yeah, I'm very tempted to actually go for this. Simply, it's a very horrid overextension that could potentially rip my country apart. But I need the land if I am to fight Castile in the future, and potentially this could mean that I just need one more war to kick England completely off the northern continent. So I guess we'll take some money too, or a little bit of money, and we'll leave it with this. It's 180% overextension, which definitely will be scary as hell, to be honest. So I guess we'll start basically coring anything we can, and that is actually all I could core for the time being. So I should probably have taken something bigger, but for now we will also change out, I guess, or yeah, we do have the money. So I guess we'll take a level 3 guy. We'll take this guy. Yeah, we'll take this guy, because that'll allow me to actually get the administrative points to start coring these areas soon. And of course, that is basically what I've actually set myself up for now. We'll have one hell of a session with finding the overextension. As you can see, the rebels have, wow, that's actually quite hilariously overpowered. So yeah, I might have gone a little bit too far here, but hopefully we can fight them off, and hopefully we can win this. We'll simply have to wait and see. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll struggle against the rebels next time. I'll see you around. Bye.